Hey guys, it's Andrew Grove, aka This Passing, for CardRunners.com with my second part of this 100 Zoom series that I was playing two tables of on. Yeah, like I said, I just want to go over some. There's not really any hands to go over. Like the biggest. I'm sorry, that was kind of like a really dull session, but as far as action went, but the biggest won or lost hand was only like 25 big blinds or $25 in this case as well. So not really too many like weird spots to go over. These are the stats I played during the session. If you are interested in that, that's my VPPs per hands. I know a lot of people are into how much VPPs you can get with certain sample sizes and stuff like that. This is a small sample size, but these are the stats I was playing. It's pretty normal. Just going over any kind of stats that look kind of weird. Cutoff open. When it's unopened to me was 40%. It's a little bit higher than it is for me, I think, at regular games, but it's okay because the buttons and blinds in these hands I was playing were playing a lot tighter, so I want to open more, because I can steal more effectively. And if I'm not getting 3-bet a whole lot, then that's perfect as well. Button unopened, a little bit smaller than it is usually, but that could just be sample size. And this is a huge stat here. My small blind unopened VPIP was 70%. That's really wide. That must mean I was facing some pretty tight big blinds. But this also means that I was opening 40% from the small blind, which is kind of standard. But I also had a limping range, so I was limping a lot of my weaker hands to, avoid messy spots that only occur when you raise from the small blind. And I've talked about that a whole lot, so I'm not going to go into it too much more. The rest of the stats that I have really don't mean anything because the sample size isn't big enough. And especially because they're post-flop stats, there wasn't a whole lot of post-flop action. So we will continue. I'm going to do two new tables like I said I was going to do last time because my time bank on the table 1 was non-existent. And what I'll try to do this time is not forget what I was saying, for one. Oh, look, 7 of Hearts changes avatar to Jessica from SNSD. Is pretty cool. I will not unblock that. Although I don't think I had his last avatar unblocked. It was the Asian girl. I think that's Jessica. No, it's Tiffany. I have to get really close to this. It's Tiffany. How do I not know which my girls' generation girls? I kind of auto-call this as versus min raise. Can't be terrible. Okay, I'm gonna 3-bet this, even though he's playing so tight, but it's such a monster hand. Like he's gonna have aces so infrequently. I really want to raise this because his range is so wide, but I just don't have a hand to do it with. And I do not expect to get played back out here too much. I just don't want to give him a free card. So, c-bet and take it from there. And it's usually gonna fold. Yeah, he's playing super tight, super straightforward, almost always, so it's almost always gonna work. And the player pool here looks like it got a little bit more reggy since the previous session, so there should be less recreationals and more 4-tabling regulars, like 7 of Heart here. He plays a lot. I've played a ton with him. And I'll try to point out anyone else that usually plays that wasn't playing last time. Seems most of the guys that are playing before are still 4-tabling. This guy floats a lot, but still kind of a small sample. There's not a whole lot you can... I mean, I can still barrel a lot of turns with my king blockers and backdoor flush draws. This is really stupid. He's raising so much, but I don't think I should be check calling, although I could be check calling if I want to. I'll have to make an adjustment. Playing really... I can spell. I'm not going to waste my time back here like I did last time. Tiki on, flops, and raising a lot. It wasn't just that hand, or even last session. It was... I played with him earlier today, and he was doing the same thing. So I'm going to adjust. The way I'm going to adjust is trying to check call more, and just not putting myself in and like barreling or like betting stronger, and just playing kind of more tight versus him. So if he's over adjusting, if he's playing too sticky versus me and like floating too much and raising too much, then he'll be making the mistakes because he'll be doing it against a stronger range that's betting. and I'll try to let him hang himself when he's doing things like that. Okay, this guy, we just talked about this. I talked about this a few minutes ago when I played it. Is potting like his whole range when he opens. I'll still 3-bet. Because I couldn't decide whether he was like, if you didn't watch the last video, you should definitely watch it because some of these reads are coming into fruition here.